Hey Joe. Yeah, you. You specifically. Did you know that you're a valid move in Scrabble? You mean a cup of coffee. Being a valid player in Scrabble is a privilege granted to select few names. My own name is actually one of them. It comes from the Welsh meaning something or other. I refuse to believe that the Welsh language actually means anything. For some reason, that was enough for Merriam-Webster to include it in their Scrabble dictionary. Thanks, guys. In fact, they were actually nice enough to include my middle and last name as well, something I believe to be exceedingly rare. I guess I was just destined to be a Scrabble player. Anyway, let's take a look at some of the other names they decided to include. I found this list of common names published by Carnegie Mellon and personally combed through the entire Scrabble dictionary, comparing them one by one to find any matches. Nah, I'm just kidding. I wrote a script to do it. I did have to go back through after to get rid of some of the weird stuff that made it into this list of common names. There's some names here that no one's been called in 500 years, some that I don't think anyone's been called ever, and quite a few that I truly believe no person should be called ever. Let's go through a few. We've got acacia, literally the ugliest wood in Minecraft. Bear, beret, Boniface, come on, your kid's not the Pope. Camel, chariot. Actually, no, that's kind of cool. Call your kid Chariot. Cinnamon, dieter. I think it's supposed to be pronounced Dieter, but this is like calling your kid Shathid. Easter, Fanny, Fedora. Please don't call your kid Fedora. Goober, Job. It looks too much like Job. Judas, generally not a well-received guy. Kelvin, I'm in Fahrenheit like a normal person. Lamb, Lefty, Mignon, Muffin, Oral, Rabbi, Rube, Salmon, Shadow. That's reserved by the hedgehog. Sun. I think we could be a bit more creative than that. Sparky. It's not a dog, this is a kid. Spike. Same problem as Sparky. Spud. Your kid's not a potato. Stinky. Urban. Your child is still not the Pope. Walker. What if they end up having to use a wheelchair one day? You gotta plan for the future. Wheeler. Same problem as Walker. Zerk. Zippy. And last, but certainly not least, never, ever, for any reason, name your child Derek. This is a pretty old list, too. I can only imagine what it would look like now that we've invented non-binary people. Alright, how many of the names were valid? Of the list of 7,944 names, 934 are playable in Scrabble. This includes some two-letter words that we've already seen on this channel, like Al, Bo, and Ed. I'd love to read out the list for you guys in its entirety, but that would take way too long. Instead, here's some of the highlights of the people who managed to sneak their way into the Scrabble dictionary. We've got Alexander, Andromeda, Ash, Barb, Benedict, Benjamin, Biff, Bill, Bonnie, Brad, Brandy, Brock, Brooke, Buffy, Butch, Caesar, Calypso, Cam, Carmen, Celeste, Chad, Chandler, Charlotte, Chevy, Clarence, Cole, Daffy, Dale, Daphne, Davy, Dexter, Drake, Drew, Ethel, Fletcher, Flipper, Ford, Franklin, Garth, Gilbert, Griffin, Guy, Hamlet, Hank, Heather, Hector, Homer, Jack, Jesse, Jimmy, John, Kirk, Laura, Lewis, Lex, Louie, Mac, Marge, Mary Jane, Matilda, Mavis, Merlin, Milo, Morgan, Myrtle, Napoleon, Nellie, Norm, Otto, Pam, Pedro, Perry, Randy, Regina, Roger, Sal, Sally, Saul, Sawyer, Sean, Sherlock, Spencer, Tarzan, Terry, Tiffany, Timothy, Tom, Victoria, and Wally. Alright guys, we've made it to the end of the video. Is your name playable in Scrabble? If not, write an angry comment getting mad at me because Merriam-Webster didn't decide you were cool enough to belong in the Scrabble dictionary. And if your name is Fedora, I'm so sorry your parents hate you. Have a nice day!